Hey everybody, what's going on? Today I'm talking about the Jackery HP 3600 Plus, and this is a home backup power station. I've been testing it out for the last few weeks now, and I wanted to give you guys my honest thoughts on how it performs in real world situations. Now, this is Jackery's latest addition to their home backup lineup, and they're positioning it as an essential backup solution for households around 3 to 6 people. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the features, show you guys the hardware, talk about actual use cases, and give you guys my final thoughts on whether it's worth considering. Now, full disclosure, Jackery did send this product out for me to play around with, and I do want to thank them for teaming up with me on this video. But as always, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I think about it, the good and the bad, so let's dive in. Okay, let's start with what this thing actually does. The HP 3600 Plus puts out 3,600 watts continuously, which is enough to run most household appliances. The battery capacity is 3,584 watt hours, and here's what that means practically. I can run my full-size refrigerator for up to 14 days on a single charge. Now, that 14-day figure assumes that you're only running the fridge and nothing else, but even if you're powering other essentials, you're looking at several days of backup power. That's significantly more than most people get from smaller power banks. One feature I really appreciate is the UPS functionality. It switches over in less than 10 milliseconds when the power goes out. That is fast enough to keep your computer running, your router online, and any medical devices that can't handle interruptions. The unit is also expandable up to 21 kilowatt hours if you add their additional battery packs. Also, this device is compatible with a manual transfer switch, but not Jackery's smart transfer switch, which is something that I have reviewed in a previous video. Now, if you have the Jackery 500X solar panels, these are compatible with this device also. Now, Jackery has also included what they call a zero drain technology, which keeps the self-discharge under 5% for the whole year. Essentially, you can leave this sitting in your garage and it holds a charge for months without needing attention. Now, this is a pretty significant leap forward considering the power banks I have tested in the past. Now, let's take a look at the physical hardware. The first thing you notice is how compact this is for the amount of power it stores. It weighs about 88 pounds, which does sound heavy, but it's got wheels and a telescoping handle, so it's actually pretty maneuverable to move around. The build quality does feel solid. The housing is made from fire retardant materials with a UL94-V0 rating, which is the highest fire safety standard. The cooling system is well designed with multiple intakes and exhaust vents. As far as connections, we have got multiple AC outlets, USB-A and USB-C ports, and a DC car outlet. The AC outlets are standard household plugs, so you don't need any special adapters. The USB-C ports support fast charging, which is handy for phones and laptops. Now, what's interesting about this generation of battery backups is that they're using ceramic battery cells instead of standard lithium cells. These handle heat better and should last longer. They're rated for 6,000 charge cycles, which translate to about 10 years of regular use. They're also using what they call CBT technology. That's cell to body integration, which is borrowed from automotive designs. It makes the whole unit more structurally sound and helps with heat dissipation. Now, during my testing, even under heavy loads, the unit stayed surprisingly cool. The internal temperature management seems well engineered. Okay, now to the fun stuff. Let's talk about how it actually performs in real situations. I've used it during several planned tests, the most recent outage lasting about 8 hours, and the HP 3600 Plus handled everything I threw at it. It had the refrigerator running the entire time, kept the internet, router, and modem powered on, ran some LED lights throughout the house, and even used the coffee maker in the morning. After about 8 hours, it still had about 60% battery remaining. Now, the automatic switchover works exactly as advertised. When the power goes out, there is no interruption. Devices just keep running. I tested it with my computer multiple times and never lost work or had to restart anything. Now, I actually tried to trip the device by overloading it. We ran a hair dryer at full blast, turned on the microwave, and that actually wasn't enough. I then had to connect the toaster, and even that didn't trip it. It pushed it all the way up to about 4,100 watts of output, but then kind of limited it there. I think it was really holding some of that power back from the toaster, but all in all, it kept running without tripping it. One thing to keep in mind if you are running high draw appliances like space heaters or power tools, you'll drain the battery much faster. This is really designed for essential household items, not heavy-duty equipment. Now, the unit also works well for outdoor activities. If you're taking it camping, you can use it to power small electric coolers, charge camera batteries, or even run LED light strings. It's definitely not backpack portable, but for camping or RV use, this thing is exactly what you need. So let's take a look at the app and the features that we're getting. Right here we see we've got the 3600. Here are the other devices that I do have set up. But for the 3600, we're going to click on that. It is going to show us the battery percentage. Now, right now, I do have an input of 400 and we'll say 85 right there. So that is input coming and charging it up. And then we also have an output. So we're discharging and charging it at the same time. We do have our AC on because that is what we're using. And we're gonna see sometimes right here of either it's full discharge or it's full charge up. Taking a look below that, we can turn our AC on and off. We can turn the DC ports on and off from here. We can adjust our screens, 2 hours, 2 minutes off. And then we have got some other options down here if you do plug in like solar panels, something like that. Up here, we can click on our settings tab and we have got a few other options in here. You can change the name, add your network. We can go into charging settings. So we've got our fast charging selected right now. That is by default. We've also got our quiet charging mode and our custom modes. Backing out of here, we can see we have got our energy saving modes. It's automatically going to turn off if it has no load after 12 hours. We have got our working modes. So we have got battery setting mode that is set by default. You can go into the settings here and customize it if you want to do that. Backing out of here, we have our self-powered and we have our charging plan. So say you have your peak hours. For me, it is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm gonna go in here and have it not charge during those times, but then charge up when I am in my off-peak hours. Now below that, there's not much more. We've got firmware updates, serial numbers, descriptions of the device. So what is my overall take on the HP 3600 Plus? Well, it's a solid piece of equipment that does exactly what Jackery claims it'll do. The build quality is excellent, the performance is consistent, and the safety features give me confidence leaving it plugged in and ready to go. The main advantages are the high power output, long runtime, and reliable UPS functionality. If you need to keep essential appliances running during outages, this thing delivers. The ceramic battery technology seems promising for longevity, though obviously I can't test 10 years of use in a couple of weeks. So the jury is out on that one. Now the downsides, well, it's expensive. This thing isn't an impulse purchase. It's also quite heavy. So while it's portable, you're not casually carrying it around. And if you need to power high draw appliances regularly, you might need something with even more capacity like the Jackery 5000 Plus. Now, who should consider this device? If you live in an area with frequent power outages, have medical devices that need continuous power, or just want peace of mind of serious backup power, this thing is worth looking at. It is also good for anyone doing extended camping or living off-grid occasionally. The 14-day fridge backup claim is legitimate based on my testing, assuming typical refrigerator use. Now in practice, you'll probably use it for multiple devices, so expect several days rather than 2 weeks, but that's still substantial backup power. Overall, I'd say this is a well-engineered solution for home backup power. Again, it's not cheap, but it works as advertised and feels built to last. If serious backup power is important to you, the HP 3600 Plus is worth considering. Now, if you want something more built into your house, I recommend checking out this video that I did right here on the Jackery Smart Transfer Switch and the 5000 Plus. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.